Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Autism and Doctor Who series today. I'm joined with Cath, and today we're just going to be speaking about Doctor Who as well, but as well of hobbies as well, how much they can be really important to when you have autism and family members that have autism too. So Cath, thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's great to have you again. Yeah,
I feel honoured to be back again.
yeah. It's great to have you back again. Would you like to just do a little introduction again?
Yeah. I'm Cath, I'm 25, a Whovian, a big nerd and geek, really like gaming. My little boy is going through the stages of a diagnosis of autism at the minute. We're still waiting on things with that. But yeah, it's basically me, 5'2". You don't get much smaller than me these days.
Yeah. You know, I won't know how small you are because I've only seen you on the camera. Yeah.
My favourite thing is 5'2" and I can't reach the top shelf.
Oh dear.
I have to climb on the work surface.
Do you like reading books?
I do, yeah.
Like, so if you go to a library, do you have to ask them to get it there right at the top?
If they're right at the top, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same even in the bookstores and stuff like that.
Yeah. Maybe similar to if you go shopping.
Oh, don't. I've climbed shelves to reach things when out shopping.
Yeah. They shouldn't be like that. They shouldn't be that high, should they?
Well, I mean, you'd hope not, but then also sometimes it's from like a stock perspective, isn't it? So they keep spare stock at the top.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose so. So with hobbies, it kind of does really impact like autism, and I think like you said, like with your son, and like really likes cars.
So Logan is obsessed with anything that spins, and he can see the movement or actual things moving past him in fast speeds. So it could be a child running, and it's the excitement of watching somebody else run past him from a movement perspective. And now at the minute he's started to spin himself because he likes the movement from that. But he's become obsessed with like looking at how wheels turn. So I could be hoovering and he will stop me hoovering just to spin the wheel, which has now gone into the new obsession with his cars. And he lines them all up in a row, makes sure they're all facing the same way, and his trains as well. And he looks at how the movement in the wheels work. And obviously for trains, because they have the side bits, the pistons.
Yeah.
We're going to call it that. Could be very wrong. Somebody can correct me. It's fine. That are attached to the wheels. He can see the movement of those pistons doing this, which he finds really interesting. And that, as opposed to like a free wheel movement, and then something that has like a rev and roll mode, you have to like pull it back and like rev it up to then get it to move forward by itself. And he finds it really fascinating.
Yeah, it sounds fascinating. Yeah, like that is yeah, like I even when I was younger, I had a whole car set. I yeah, I had a whole car set. I had like this big lorry thing where you put all the little cars in it.
Yeah.
And then I had the car mat, which I'd spend on all day. I don't much now. I don't think I even have it now. But yeah, I can understand why. Like, does he have to put them in order and stuff, like the colours of the cars and stuff?
So he likes to colour coordinate and size coordinate.
Yeah.
And then the type of vehicle as well. So all his emergency services cars all go together.
Okay.
And it's interesting because it's like these are only things that he would have known, or I would have said that he would know from like TV shows and things that he's watched. Because whilst we say that's a police car, that's an ambulance, that's a race car, because he is non-verbal, I can't tell if he understands it, but hasn't got the concept behind it, other than if he's seen it on a TV show of like, oh, this one goes with this one and they all go together. Whereas like, it's very different, isn't it, to showing someone this is this and this is this.
Yeah, like you got the police box of Doctor Who, maybe.
Mhm.
Like those little things, like
He's obsessed with
yeah,
my toy Dalek, the remote
yeah,
control
it's all
Dalek I
Dalek.
have downstairs.
Oh, yeah. I used to have the dog, the canine dog.
Yeah.
I used to have the remote control of him when I was younger, and I think it broke.
Oh no.
um, I think it broke or something. But when I was younger, you would you would go to the like every episode Doctor Who was on. I would go to get the magazine for the next
Mm.
episodes and stuff. Kinda you do it's a Doctor Who kind of telly book of what's happening. And I don't think they do them anymore. If they do, I don't get them anymore.
I
um,
don't think I've seen them
mm,
anywhere.
no, it
They
might.
used to do little pack of cards with them as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they used to have like those Doctor Who cards as well. And I used to have a DS when I was younger.
Mm.
Um, and DS don't is old for people who live in this century. But yeah, like there was a really good game on there. It was like Top Trumps Doctor Who
Mhm.
version, and I would play it all the time. I would have it probably from David Tennant's, maybe Matt Smith's era of Doctor Who. Um, but it was something that I like to do, and it was quite fun. And what I would do is I'd collect all the Doctor Who figures that they did and stuff, and had to
Yeah,
have it in a bag, and I'll just play with it. And if it's Lego as well, and these little packets you get 'em.
because I
Um,
have some figures downstairs on my TV stand because I got the one of the Weeping Angels. I have a David Tennant as well. I
mm,
also funny have a Matt Smith rubber duck that lights up, but I've kept it in the box.
yeah, Matt Smith was yeah, he's funny. He was. But yeah, like I'd collect all these kind of figures and stuff. It wouldn't just be Doctor Who. It would be. I think I had like a whole box of football things as well. Like you getting, I catch like match attack things, like from the football.
Mhm.
So I always like to collect things.
I started with like the Barbie dolls and the princesses, which then led to an obsession with cuddly toys and makeup. And I mean, the makeup is still ongoing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, there was something like at the co-op as well, where if you get like buy as many things, I think, and then you get this like teddy bear or something. Um, and I think they were the fruit at the time. That I think you had a banana, you had an apple, you had a uh,
Yeah.
those kind of things that but it was nice just to collect them all. And yeah, it was like using inside of a teddy machine at home.
It's like the gumball things as well, isn't it? Whenever you go to like a service station, like to stop if you've ever like been on the motorway and things, you
Mm.
have the little gumball machines that have the toys inside them.
Oh yeah, I always used to get them. Yeah,
It's great. Great use of £1.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to get one of them, don't you? You
Yeah.
you hope to get this ball, and then you don't get what you want, and you go again until you can get it. Yeah. I remember that there was these chocolate eggs, Kinder eggs. They were um, Kinder eggs, and I wouldn't like the chocolate when I was younger. I would just go for the toy. Yeah, it's
Logan's obsessed with the little toys and he keeps trying to like, if we have one, he doesn't want to wait for you to open them. And now he's learned that you can squeeze and pop. He tries to bite them with his teeth to cause it to pop open so he can pull them out. So now we've had to start taking the chocolate off first, giving him the chocolate, then giving him the toy.
yeah. Right. Now speaking of chocolate, like when I was younger, with Easter, I would always want to get a Doctor Who Easter egg, but now they don't do Doctor Who Easter eggs, which was annoying because
I know, I'm quite
they
surprised they
yeah
haven't actually.
yeah yeah because they used to do them, didn't they? Doctor Who Easter eggs.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
sure they did.
yeah, maybe because it's not been a watch as I had much as it used to. Um, But yeah, it's something that I liked it. Like I remember having like even a mug within the Easter egg or something.
Yeah.
I think it was a Weeping Angels mug or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I had the Dalek one
yeah,
with the. I was
yeah,
like, I had to think then. I was like, I'm sure I did.
yeah, yeah. Like I like collecting all this stuff, like Doctor Who stuff. Um, but not as much now.
No?
Um, like if you're doing videos, like other character, maybe that side of things.
Hmm.
Um, like I've got near enough all the sonic screwdrivers. From the ninth to when New Who started to now.
Yeah.
Um, but the 13th Doctor one has broke.
Oh no.
But it's not broke like smashed or anything. It just won't turn on. Which I'm not that worried about because I don't use it that much.
Yeah.
I kind of got it as a collectible. um, but yeah, I am intrigued to see what the new one looks like though, with
I
the
know.
new one, the Doctor Who.
I know. That's going to be interesting
Yeah,
because they've kind of the shape that they've now taken, especially like 13's, was very much, I would have said, very similar. Oh, I don't even know how to describe it. Length and shape wise, I would have said 212s. Like I know it
yeah.
obviously it was more of gemstone looking, but it still had that kind of narrow straightness to it. And it almost reminded me a little bit also of David Tennant's.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say David Tennant because
Mm,
it just a bit looks more weirder than David Tennant's. I would say David Tennant is one of my favourites though, like
yeah.
Sonic screwdrivers, and Matt's. But I got Matt Smith's Sonic screwdriver, but it's annoying. Ever since I got it, like I have to be really careful because you have to open it. It opens up, doesn't it? Like into two different things. Um, and I try and open it, and it's kind of glitched. It like before it bits will fall off on it.
Oh
Um,
no.
so I just leave it open. I don't bother closing it.
Because an ex-partner of mine got the David Tennant and the Matt Smith remote control ones. The weight to them, once that you get the like prop replica versions that you could make the sound, you could turn the volume up and down on the TV, or you can turn the TV off, which is quite funny because one day we were in Cardiff and he turned the Sky TVs off as you walk through the quadrant.
Yeah, that's funny. I did get probably 2 Christmases ago, um River Songs one.
I've got River Songs
Um
downstairs.
I do like her one. Um like I think my one you can have it either red or blue.
Yes, you got
Um,
the little button hidden underneath the battery.
you know, when I got that, I was confused how to use it.
I don't blame you. It is one of those like it goes, oh, it changes red or blue, and you're like, oh, fab. You press the button, and you think, you press it again, it may change color, and then you're like, but there's a thing here, and we can take this part off.
Yeah, yeah. There was, I believe, a sonic pen somehow in Doctor Who. I tried to get, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But but you can get actually sonic screwdrivers as pens, I think,
Hmm. I
which is
had
funny.
a Matt Smith pen for his sonic screwdriver. I also had the toothbrush
Yeah. Oh yeah, the toothbrush.
and the
Uh,
spork at one point.
what is that? An electric toothbrush or just normal toothbrush?
Well, it was battery powered, but all it did was vibrate. It didn't
Oh,
turn or anything like that. It was just a normal toothbrush on the end.
it'd be nice if they made a toothbrush with a sonic screwdriver actually making the noise that the sonic screwdriver makes.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah, yeah, they need to do more stuff like that. Um, like hopefully bring more like merchandise out with the new Doctor Who and
I
stuff.
hope so.
But I am interested to see what it looks like. I was gonna wear and everything. Um, but but yeah, with like is Amy Pond your favorite character? Like, would you
So,
say?
for me, Amy Pond and Rory are my favourites. Um, and I think it's more to do with their relationship and who they are as people and how they grow. I think they have the most character development.
Yeah,
Um, and I think the story that it goes with the Doctor as well, like the writing was just gorgeous. Because like one of my favorite episodes is Angel Takes Manhattan, and I know everybody like always tells me off for liking that episode because it's so heartbreaking. Um, but it's like that whole "I'll live for you, I'll die for you, I don't want to be without you" from an Amy perspective with Rory.
Yeah.
And I just think they have been through so much together. It's very Romeo and Juliet, but Doctor Who. And I think that's why I like it, because I am very much like a case of I like my reading and I like my plays and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you that was an iconic scene when they fell off the roof though, wasn't it?
Oh, it was absolutely iconic.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed through TikTok
Yeah.
recreating that scene.
Yeah. I did actually do one of being Rory in that one. I think I did a video with someone like pretty cool how they do that. You can just do a duet with someone. It's like you're part of the original video.
I know, and when I did a lot of my Amy Pond stuff, if it was duettable, I would try and like angle it. So like when I was doing that scene where she's trying to convince Rory not to jump off the roof, I like turned on my side and put my hands up, so as if like I was talking up to Rory on the ledge.
Yeah, suppose you could do that with Maxwell's last episode when Amy comes in as well. But yeah, I did like it. I think the music was really good as well.
The music is just
like I think Staying Together, I think it's called.
Absolute goosebumps.
Yeah, you don't get that was really good. It was sad though.
It is a sad episode, a very, very, very sad episode.
Yeah, I don't remember even knowing that they were actually leaving the show though.
No, I don't remember knowing that. And then because I then got reintroduced to Doctor Who, I watched these episodes through Netflix at the time when they were on there, and I rewatched from season 9 all the way up through to Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, which then tied in perfectly for the new start of the rest of Peter Capaldi at the time. And I was just like absolutely in awe, because it's like I don't remember half of this.
Yeah, I suppose it's good when you rewatch really old episodes, because it's just like you're just watching it new.
Literally.
Yeah. But yeah, I that was a really good episode. Angels Takes Manhattan. But yeah, because Whipping Angels is a good way to end it for them.
It was.
Yeah, because you don't know, do you, if they survived or they didn't.
Literally.
You would have thought they would have survived. You would have hoped they survived.
I would assume that it would be, and this is going to be really silly, but a bit like the multiverse with Marvel. I would assume it would be a bit like that. It's on one timeline, they've survived somewhere in the universe.
Yeah, you gotta hope so.
Yeah, there's enough in Amy's timeline with everything that went on there for it to be able to have survived.
Yeah, Rory was it was funny. Rory, I did like Rory. Yeah,
especially when he goes from Centurion back to like her partner, and like some of the pregnant Amy scenes as well, where Rory has that little ponytail.
Oh yeah, that was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Amy is one of the best characters. Where she was in Doctor Who before she actually turned up, so it is
yeah, because she was in Fires of Pompeii, wasn't she?
Yeah, that was a good
Playing
episode.
one of the girls where she puts her hands over her eyes and it's got the little almost Illuminati symbols.
Yeah, you won't notice it though when you actually watch the episode, because
I'd never put 2 and 2 together till I rewatched them and then was like, oh my gosh, that's Amy.
Yeah, it's the same with Peter Capaldi in that episode as well.
I remembered Peter Capaldi, and that's because he was such a significant character in that episode, though, because he was that face.
Yeah, and I think he had an episode when he was Doctor, remembering that scene as well. So
yeah,
that's one of the reasons he was the Doctor. But Martha Jones, she was actually in a past episode, before she actually turned up in the her actual first episode, which that was very confusing. So Doctor Who liked to bring actors that already been in, it seemed.
I'm not a lover of Martha.
You know, I love her.
No.
Yeah.
I felt like it was very poor acting on her part, and it's that very stereotypical, oh no, I don't like it. Eh.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that one. And I know she did grow to be a better person when she started working for Unit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But she was very, I don't know, a bit of a pansy.
Yeah.
It's a character.
Yeah.
Beginning.
I think she was a bit whiny at the start. But one of the reasons I think I liked her was because she was in one of the episodes that I really liked. I liked the two part of the Master and that.
Yeah.
That iconic scene that she was in, saying the Doctor. That's one of my favourite scenes.
Yeah. Because I really like where they make the connection of the face of Bo in that one.
Yeah. I was really confused about that though. Like Captain Jet being the face of Bo. That was quite confusing. But one of the reasons I do like Martha is because she left on her own accord. Because companions like fall in love with the Doctor, and she chose to leave. So that's one of the reasons I do really like her. But she was a bit whiny. I know.
It was really hard to get into it. So like I skipped all her episodes for the first rewatch. So then I had to go back and watch them because I felt bad for skipping them.
Yeah. Yeah, she was David Tennant had the most episodes as a Doctor, I think, as well.
I think so.
Yeah, because in series 4 was split over a while, but it was like 20 episodes. Where I think the most in the season Matt had might have been 15, including like the anniversaries and stuff. So yeah, lots of companions.
Yeah, there has been, isn't there?
Yeah, it would be nice for when this new Doctor comes along. It'd be nice for him not to have a companion at the start, just him traveling on his own.
Yeah, and kind of go back to that kind of not knowing everything.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you noticed that with 13, she very much just instantly knows what something is.
Yeah.
There's no, oh, I wonder what this is, and thinking it through, and it's like instantly, oh, it's this, I need this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
like,
devise a plan. Well, if we do this, and it's like, but you haven't devised a plan then, have you? You haven't like thought it through. You've just gone, this is what we're doing, it works. Bingo.
Yeah, it's gonna be yeah, like I am looking forward to next year. Seems ages away, but yeah, there's always stuff to look forward to within Doctor Who.
Yes.
It's kind of why I relate to. Well, I think a lot of people relate to autism because autism is based within interest and hobbies, and ADHD too, where where you can they're similar, aren't they, ADHD and autism, because like I suppose you can be really fixed on one interest and maybe possibly move on to another at some point.
Yeah, so I got really hyperfixated on knitting, even though I could only do a basic knit stitch. And I hyperfixated for months. And then I just went, yeah, no, I don't like it anymore, but do like it. It's still a hobby. I still have all the stuff. It's just in a drawer and hasn't been touched.
Yeah, knitting sounds I did do knitting on a sewing machine and I didn't like it.
I was doing it by hand, and it was more of like something to just occupy my hands whilst I was like, so I'd have the TV on or something. And I find for myself, if I'm doing something, I can't just sit and watch if it doesn't grab my attention consistently all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's like a good show or something, I can focus on it fine. But other times I'm better off like listening more so than watching, and I can repeat back everything that's happened. Because it used to irritate people. They'd be like, "You're not even listening or watching it," and then I'd be like, "Actually, this and this has happened. This and this has happened, and my knitting's this long now."
Yeah. So you're telling them that you've been listening to the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. So you like to multitask.
Yeah. Well, I always I don't know if it goes back onto that where I was saying like I always have loads of different thoughts going on in my head. But I've always got these thoughts going on, so I'm always doing something and like thinking of the next thing that I've got to do. And sometimes my brain will skip and go ahead to do the following like 3 things, and then I'm like, "Oh, but I was doing this," and I have to go back to it.
Yeah. It seems yeah, like it just depends how much you like doing it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I did knitting I just found it really hard.
It is a frustrating one. And I used to get really frustrated if I dropped a stitch and then I'd be like, "I'm not touching it again."
You could be it's almost like painting in a way, like drawing or something that you have to be really concentrated.
Love drawing. Absolutely love drawing. Like genuinely love drawing. I don't know. Are you a fan of Assassin's Creed and stuff like that?
Yeah, I do like Assassin's Creed.
I will. It's like I'm a fan of drawing. Oh,
Oh,
it's not going to, is it?
no, I saw it. I saw it. It's it looks really good. Yeah. Oh, I guess you like Assassin's Creed too.
I like watching the gameplay. So my partner's obsessed with it, loves Assassin's Creed. Um, so I was just doodling because we've been talking about it and drawing it. And I'm
Yeah.
better at drawing things from a reference picture than from memory, though.
Yeah. Right, if someone's talking about something, you'll draw it.
Mm.
Yeah. I do like Assassin's Creed. I think there's even films now of Assassin's Creed.
There are.
Yeah. I haven't watched them though. Um, I've seen them as advertised, like Netflix, for example. I think there's 1 or 2 of them in there.
Mm.
But the games I've only played a few because they're so long.
Yeah, so I got a hold of the Chronicles, so they're like the mini versions of like side games, I guess.
Oh,
And I started playing the China version. The It's literally Assassin's Creed China.
oh,
And it's old games graphics and old game inputs and thoughts. So it's really frustrating with the logic behind some of it.
oh. Yeah, it is. It can be complicated. Each Assassin's Creed game. I still have to say I prefer it to be not on the sea.
Mm.
Because I find it more complicated. um, like the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, for example.
Mm.
I I got I got given it, and like I played it until it got to this ship mission, and I gave up because I got really annoyed.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I come back to it, and I do the ship mission, but really risky. Um, and then yeah, I did complete it in the end, but it takes a lot of patience.
Because I was going to ask a question to you is, do you find that with your autism that you hyperfixate on your hobbies and then get bored of them, or are they a continuous hobby?
um, like I would say, it kind of varies on what it is. Like if it's like going from gaming, if it's like a game that I played and I'm bored of it, like I wouldn't probably go back to it. Um,
Mm.
like for example, FIFA, for example, FIFA comes out each year. I buy it when it comes out. Normally around this time of the year, each year I don't play it because I get bored. I get bored of it. And I see other people playing it, and then I play just other games like Star Wars Lego. Like you got Star Wars Lego. Like I do like I always have like a list of games that I want to get. Um,
Mm.
like we spoke about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Legacy when that comes out, because I do. I'm not, I suppose, as much as a fan of Harry Potter as Doctor Who, but I do like Harry Potter.
That's me. I'm more a Doctor Who fan than I am Harry Potter. But like when I was a kid, it was more the other way around.
Yeah, yeah. It would be nice to have more games of Doctor Who,
Oh,
like
I'd love
like
more games.
like they're making this Hogwarts Legacy. Looks a pretty good game.
I don't think BBC will ever do that, though, will they?
We've had like 2 games within the last year or so, 2.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have said they're like impressive games,
No,
you
no,
know?
no, 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 they're rubbish.
They're
Like,
not. Yeah, I
bad.
just
They're
don't
bad.
yeah.
You got one game that's on mobile, then they put it to consoles and PC. Um, um, which I did buy because I wanted to get a platinum trophy on my PlayStation with it. That's the only reason. I was so bored though. I got bored of it. Took about 11 hours. Because with my autism, like on the PlayStation, I love to see how many hours I played a game.
Mhm. It's like
So
me with Steam.
yeah, like if I'm so close to the next 100, I'll try and get there. um, like because you get achievements and trophies, can't you, within games? And
Hmm.
I'm not the one to try and get that in every game. I'll try if I really like a game, I might, but not all the time. Um, but yeah, like with Doctor Who, they need to be better games. Like that Edge of Reality, Edge of Time one was not good. You couldn't even jump. Um,
I just, even if it was just like an open universe exploring, like you're in the TARDIS and you go exploring the different planets,
yeah,
like that would just be just as interesting for some
they
people.
it seems they put so much passion into these Star Wars games, don't they?
Mm.
Well, why is there no more? Why is there not the passion over Doctor Who?
I genuinely feel like some of that is down to BBC Mind because you think
Mm.
how strict they are. Because I know a friend of mine went and asked BBC for permission to build a TARDIS, and they turned around and said no,
No.
even though it was just going to be something in his back garden.
Yeah, yeah. It's something like I think a Lego game with multiple games episodes and would be a good idea. They're probably the best bet. I know there's been Lego games, but they haven't actually had their own Lego Doctor Who game, has there?
Mm.
There was one in Batman, I think, years ago, like Lego Dimensions.
Yeah.
And you had that Matt Smith game with like Vass and Narada and stuff years ago as well. Um, and then you did have a Christmas Doctor Who platform, like a Doctor Who games platform that you can search on the internet on PC, where you would have, I think David Tennant like experience what you could do.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been a very good game out of any of them.
None
So
at all. It's quite a shame.
it is a shame, and I hope things change because I like the dot a lot. I do like.
Start a petition.
Yeah, there needs to be a petition. There needs to be a petition because the amount of people that like it, how long it's going on for, you would have thought by now there could be.
I think
Like
so.
you say, an open world game.
Hmm.
And that will connect probably Doctor Who people together as well, more because it's online. You can say, "I'm gonna come with my TARDIS, I'll have a fly." And I don't really count Fortnite as a Doctor Who game. I've never
No.
personally played the game, but it
I've
has got.
played Fortnite, but it wasn't actually in the game per se. BBC had like done a realm within it and had built some bits and bobs in it that you could go see. It wasn't really a Doctor Who game.
Yeah, like these traders, for these Doctor Who games, I think they kind of like they're trying to trick you a little bit.
Mm.
Because like for the Doctor Who Edge of Reality one, one of the recent ones with David Tennant in it as well as Jodie Whittaker, they kind of said like that's why they made people buy it. They put David Tennant in it. I'll get people to buy it because people love David Tennant, so just put
Yeah,
David Tennant again.
and then you like instantly think it's been endorsed by them as well.
Yeah, and yeah, the thing is, David Tennant was hardly in that game. It was literally, I played both of them. I played the one on VR on PlayStation, and it was a little bit different to the one without VR. But he was literally on it at the end of the game. I thought people probably thought it was a brand new game, but it's not. It's like a kind of a remake of the first one, just a little bit added. Which I like to take my time in games, but with that game you just couldn't. You want to get over and done with.
You know it's bad when you're like, I just want to get it done. I just want to finish it.
Yeah, it's fortunately it's like that on game. But yeah, we need to start something up, don't we? Get an actual good Doctor Who game.
Start a petition. Put feelers out on TikTok. Just like, who would be interested in?
Yeah, like there's no Doctor. It's the first one since Chris Eccleston that actually has social media, so he might be able to help us.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, because they don't really have social media, the Doctors, do they? Whoever's the Doctor, like Matt Smith didn't. They probably do personally. I don't know.
They have personal ones, but it's like
not publicly. Like you got Matt Smith, you can't see Jodie Whittaker, or you can't see David Tennant. Like you see David Tennant's like wife put stuff on there and stuff though. Georgia Tennant, so I don't think that counts though.
I think they have their own personal ones that have been verified on there.
Yeah. But it's quite rare.
There's no like 11th Doctor official page. I don't think. I'll have a quick check.
No, you've got
Would should be out now?
You've got companions. A lot of companions would be on there, I think.
I think it's just really hard because he is the Doctor, isn't he? So
yeah, like the new Doctor Who is going to get quite a lot of probably messages. Yeah, like it is. It's very interesting. It'd be nice, like like years ago when you had the Wii, like the Wii where you had those Mii's, and you create your own character. It'd be something Doctor Who like that maybe, where you create your own character, go into your own universe, and then you can create friends like they do on the Mii's.
Even if it was just like a case of you're a companion traveling with the Doctor and you're following a storyline, even if it is based off those episodes we have seen and watched.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
And like, yeah. Where and like you can choose whether you want to regenerate or not to the next Doctor and stuff, or whether you're going to prolong the storyline and things. That would be so cool.
I just want to keep on the same Doctor. The one I like. Yeah, it'd be nice. Like you go from, let's say, I don't know if they want to. I don't know if they should put Classic Who in it or not. I would maybe keep out New Who for the people now.
I probably would have done New Who with like maybe a special feature of like for a limited time only. So in
like a pack or something.
Yeah,
I have a pack, like they do. But yeah, like you have a couple of episodes, or you could even have all of them. Like what I would love, it'd be all-time best game. Every single episode up to the date they make it. It would be good if they made this for the 60th anniversary, for example. So up to the 60th, leading what's going to happen in the 60th in the episode. So they have every single episode that they've been, the good ones. Like it don't have to be everyone, just the good ones. That have been really high rated. So we don't want just the ones we're not liking, and
they've got to at least put Wilfred in.
Yeah, I miss Wilfred.
I miss Wilfred so much.
He was one of my favourite characters.
Do you know what? I feel like that would be an iconic duo to return, even if it was just Donna and Wilfred.
Yeah. I got a feeling Donna will return, though, one last time.
I hope so.
Yeah. Out of all the companions, Rose doesn't need a return. She was in the 60th. But no, 50th. Sorry, I'm
I
not.
knew what you meant.
Yeah, we're not there yet. But yeah, like she was the bad wolf, which I didn't really like. I would rather her be a Bill. No, not Bill. Rose. Get me up again.
It's because her name's Billy Piper, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's it. That's it. But yeah, it's like I think since Doctor Who though, the doctors, like David Tennant's done really good things afterwards.
yeah,
Max,
have you seen his staged thing with
mm.
BBC?
No, I haven't seen it, but I heard it's really funny. I've seen a couple of clips.
It is really, really funny.
Have you ever watched Game of Thrones?
Yes. I didn't
Um,
watch it all the way through.
yeah.
I think I got as far as season 7.
You know what I did? The last season when it was about to be on and stuff. I binge watched all of them because it had a set date. I had to watch all of them
Yeah.
before they're going to come off for free. So I was watching it, and then, but now they've made something. Apparently, this House of Dragons with Matt Smith in it as one of the main characters, and apparently that's set like I think 100 days or not 100 years or so before the Game of Thrones. So it's like before. So that's gonna be really interesting because I like Matt Smith. I haven't seen him much and other stuff on Doctor Who because I didn't watch Morbius.
I haven't watched Morbius. I've seen the trailers for it. I think it's one of those, I'm waiting for it to come out on something to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I heard so many bad reviews about it, but at the same time, I'm very much one of those. I will take it as a film and not as what everybody's trying to make it to be. I'd rather just watch it for what it is. So it's like when I went to watch Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
No spoilers, I'm not going to say anything. I watched one trailer and one trailer only and didn't watch any others. Didn't look at spoilers, nothing.
Did you like the film?
I enjoyed the film. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and the only thing I will say, like as a parent and like as my fears are, as we know from people who have seen the trailer, Wonder obviously being without her kids is an issue. And I've never related more to a Marvel character than I have Wonder in that time, because my biggest fear is like losing my child, especially because my mum passed away when I was 8 years old in a car accident and stuff. So for me, it's like to lose family or not be there for my child, or my child not be here. It is heartbreaking to think about.
Yeah. It must have been hard.
It has. It's been like learning to mother essentially without being able to have that parental advice and guidance.
Yeah. It must be. But at least you can relate to Wonder though. Yeah. Maybe you should write a letter to Marvel. See if you can meet her or something. Do a video call. Yeah. I've done that
story.
yeah. I've done that for certain things, and I've like football managers and stuff like that. And I've got responses. So you never know. But yeah, like I think the character from who like I do like the character from Morbius, like the main person that plays him, was in I think Suicide Squad, like
Jared Leto.
And I don't think it didn't go down as one of the best Jokers. And
it was different.
Yeah, and I didn't actually know it was him because he looked totally different to what he looks like in Morbius. Not that because they're two separate characters, one the Joker, he just looks really different.
No, he does look genuinely facially so different.
Yeah. Like it looks a completely different person, doesn't it?
It really, really does. Because the other thing I want to see with Matt Smith in it is that have you seen that murder creepy psychopath kind of thing that he's in, where it's like dream traveling type thing.
Oh, is that like that film that came out last year?
Yeah.
I saw trailers of it, but I never watched it. It was it was something. He played a villain, didn't he?
Yeah, and he was the person going through like killing all these people.
Yeah,
But like she'd seen him in a dream or something. And I was like, I really want to watch that.
yeah. The thing is, I don't watch them. Well, probably because of COVID, I don't go much to the cinema and watch all these films now.
But I
Um,
don't think it was it in the cinema? Or was it just
um,
a stream on like
I think it was in the cinema. Um, like I did go watch the probably last film I did watch was the Spider-Man one in the cinema, and that was last year. Only because I really wanted to see it, and I knew I knew past Spider-Mans were coming back and stuff. Um, but yeah, you do get those iconic scenes in Marvel like you do in Doctor Who.
yeah.
Like you've got like the Endgame, for example, all of them
Mhm.
teaming up at the very end. Kind of a journey's end at Marvel. But yeah, we've got uh, it's like you say, like the BBC like to keep their things private, so it's going to be very rare that there is a team up with Doctor Who, with
I
Marvel.
know, because I just think there's room for so much scope with all sorts of stuff. Even if it was just like a little cameo, it doesn't have to be canon to Marvel, and it doesn't have to mean anything to Doctor Who, but just a little quirky thing, you know,
Yeah, you
satisfy the fans.
have the actor who plays Iron Man in it or something. Don't have to play Iron Man, just be in it.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
just pops in for something.
be the master or something maybe.
Could you imagine?
Or like just a director of a business, like where he'd be good at that as like a director or something. Um, but yeah, it's really good how they did that in the 50th episode where Tom Baker came back. Um, that had to be done really nicely though, because he wasn't actually a doctor; he played as a curator.
Yeah,
Because if he was a doctor, he couldn't really because he can't age. Being a doctor,
yeah.
can you? Yeah. Cath, it's been really nice having you on again. We spoke about lots of different things like hobbies and everything, Doctor Who, autism,
Mhm.
ADHD, um, Marvel films,
Everything.
yeah, Doctor Who games. Which when you start pinching them. What is there like any last things like any quotes that you relate to? You want to say?
I think there's one thing I'm always going to tell people from a self-care perspective and a mental health perspective is you can't expect to fill everybody else's cups from an empty kettle.
Yeah, I think that's really good because you can you kind of can relate to that, and it does really make a lot of sense because like
You need to look after yourself first, essentially, to
yeah
be able to help others.
yeah yeah like we all have probably used the kettle most time anyway, haven't we? Yeah. Do you like a cup of teas? Cup of coffee?
Tea and coffee.
Tea
More
and coffee.
coffee person.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah, I've my own coffee machine. Um, so yeah, it's yeah, I think that's a really good quote just to finish off, Cath, and it's been really good. I hope you enjoyed it.
I have. Thank you for having me on again.
Thank you for coming on again.